What's up, guys? My name is Stefan Turner, and on YouTube, I am a complete nobody. But I did have the opportunity to interview somebody before they became a super famous person. And I'm sure, based on the title of this video, you know who I'm talking about. It's one David Dobrik. You might be asking yourself, how does a complete nobody have the opportunity to interview David Dobrik? And the answer is, it was 2013, before David was super famous. I used to run a website called the Revine, where I would go through Vine and find the, which I thought was the funniest Vines, and categorize them in one location. This is before Vine.co came out. And as part of the website, I wanted to do interviews with Viners called Meet a Viner. It was actually called Tech Sesh, and here's an image, over here, an image of the banner that I used for David. Which is funny because there was another Viner, I can't remember his name, who actually started doing a YouTube channel or series called Behind the Vine, where he's essentially doing what it is that I'm doing, but he had connections to real Viners, so he had them in the studio and all that other stuff. So the way that I got in touch with him is I just straight DM'd him and was like, hey man, you know, I run this website called the Revine. I would love the opportunity to interview you. And he was like, cool. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So, but the thing is, we didn't do like a video interview or a voice interview. We did a text interview through DM. And then I would take that stream of text and I would post it to the website. Now, back in 2016, 15, whenever Vine shut down, I thought I lost the interview with David. And it wasn't till maybe a week or so ago, I was going through my computer, just looking at old files and stuff, and found the screenshot of the interview I had with David. So I'm thinking to myself, well, goddamn, this was in 2013, and at the time, David only had 200K, had 200K followers on Vine, and 0 subscribers on YouTube, because I don't even believe he was on YouTube at the time. And I thought to myself, this story needs to be told. And hopefully, you know, it would be cool if David actually gets to, you know, see this. Let's just jump to it. So I hit him up and I'm like, hey man, you ready to do this? He goes, ha ha ha, for sure. Alright, word. First off, wow. I can't even type. Thanks for taking the time to talk to the Revine. No problem, ha ha ha. He ha ha ha's a lot. Although he's only done it these 2 times, he does it throughout the rest. But that's just a testament to his, like, fun nature. Question number 1. Is David Dobrik your real name or your Vine name? And the reason I asked this was because a lot of people on Vine were just using random names, like Perp Drank, and a couple other people I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I was always curious to know if that was his real name or just his stage name. It was kind of a stupid question, but his answer was real name, and I'm like, oh, why? He's like, you know, because I don't want to be called by a fake name, which, fair enough. I wouldn't want to be called by a fake name either. So I asked him where he's from. Illinois. And I asked him, single and ready to mingle or chained and out the game? And he responds single, which is funny because with a whole bunch of ha-ha-ha's. But he was single. And as we all know, for the longest time, he started dating Liza, who, you know, they just recently broke up. But it's just funny to see, you know, him being single, knowing that he's going to end up dating another famous YouTuber before it happened. Yeah, and he was impressed by my wordplay. So I'm asking him, you know, ladies or gentlemen, we don't judge here at the Revine. David is ready to party. I don't know who I'm talking to there, but this was even before. This was in 2013, before the whole, you know, you can't make assumptions of people's sexual preference or gender, all this stuff. So let's just say I was a little bit ahead of my time. So I asked him, what sparked your interest to start vining? And he's like, haha, this must be a nervous thing, I'm laughing, I don't know. I've always wanted to get into YouTube, but just was too unmotivated to start. So Vine made it really easy to make shorter videos and stuff, which is so funny because somebody who's on YouTube currently with 15 million subscribers had a hard time getting into YouTube in the first place. So there you go, all you people out there that want to start a YouTube channel, just fucking start, man. Do you think the short format makes it easier to come up with ideas? And of course he says yes, and I'm like, why? And he's like, it's easier to post more often, I guess, and to have more variety. Videos like YouTube clips are often more specific and focused on one subject throughout the entire video. I'm like, true, but do you feel like it puts more pressure on you or Viners as a whole to constantly creating? I'm pretty sure I'm trying to ask, is it hard to constantly create content? It's like, well, I know most Viners don't feel that pressure because 80% of the big Viners have shit Vines that are constantly recycled and reused from other shit Viners who get all their crap from Tumblr, which is very, very true. But that's just society as a whole. It's like as soon as one person finds something that works, everyone else jumps on that bandwagon. And we shared the same sentiment. Question 5, where do you get your inspiration for your rhymes? And like a lot of people out there, he goes, I don't know, just conversations that happen during the day, or I like to take something relatable and put my own twist on it, which it was like 99.9% of the Vines on Vine at the time, where you just took a common relatable thing and just made a joke out of it. Question 6, do you have a favorite Vine, or the last Vine that you really made, or what was the last Vine that you saw that really made you laugh? And he's like, I like Ben Taylor, who was super funny, the most, and Jason Nash and Brandon Calvillo have really underrated Vines, even though they're huge Viners. Yeah, I agree. Brandon's hilarious. No idea where he's at now. And then Jason Nash, which is funny because they're like besties now, and you can catch them like on all of his on all of David's blogs or vlogs. Sorry. At the time, I guess Jason was making that movie, and I really wanted to see that. Any particular Viners that he wanted to collab with? The ones that I listed, obviously, and it's funny because he ends up, like I said, creating so much content with Jason. Seeing as you're reaching 200k followers, how's being Vine famous impacted your everyday life? Haha, Vine famous is such a stupid term, which it is. And not much. I think the more followers I have, the more doors it'll open. I want to be an entertainer, and this is, believe it or not, a great way to get started. Foreshadowing. Oh, I believe you. Question 9. I should have asked in the beginning, what's your age? He was 17. 17 at the time. Crazy. The good old days. I say the good old days because in 2013 I was like 27 or something like that. I suck at math. Question 10. Any advice for anyone looking to start vining? It's a bitch, and be yourself, but there's a good chance that won't be enough, so be someone else. Quote of the year. If it doesn't work, if being yourself doesn't work, be somebody else. I like to ask, the Viners that I interview 3 random questions, bonus questions. So I asked 1, Xbox or PlayStation? PlayStation. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Stop time. Cool. Would you rather watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life or join them to stop it forever? I guess that threw him off a little bit. Threw in some ha-ha-has. And I guess watch, which I would have to. It would be murderous, but I guess after a while you would kind of just get used to it. But that was it. That was the end of the interview. A whole bunch of ha-ha-has, a whole bunch of questions answered. Now that I look back now, I probably would have held them a little longer and asked some more questions, but it's just funny how you can have a mindset to do something and you actually go out and do it. And that was David. David said he wanted to be an entertainer, he wanted to gain a following, and he fucking did it. The kid has 15 million subscribers on YouTube. He gets interviewed all the time, but at the same time, he doesn't seem like he has changed at all. He's still this fun-loving dude that likes to have fun and likes to document the things he does with his friends, which is fucking awesome. So David, if you happen to come across this video, come on down to the Revine, and we'll actually don't come to the Revine because the Revine doesn't exist anymore. But come on down to my channel and we'll do like a 6 years, where are they now type thing. I don't know. It'll be fun though. Alright guys, so, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, let me get some thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, let me get some thumbs up. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. If I make one, I don't know. Who knows. But peace.